Do you have to use your personal name for branding? Well, maybe, but probably not for the reason that you think. A lot of business owners are worried that personal branding means turning themselves into a social media influencer. They imagine themselves posting selfies all day or sharing their personal life and making themselves the center of attention. And for many people, that sounds terrible. So they start asking questions like, should I use my company name instead? Should I create a brand that doesn't depend on me? Do I really have to put my personal name on my YouTube channel? Now, these questions are close, but they're not perfect because there's a hidden advantage to using your personal name that nobody is talking about. And that's what I want you to understand in this episode, because there are experts that are building trust effortlessly while others are really struggling to get leads. So I'm going to show you the mistakes that most experts make when they think about personal branding and why the answer has less to do with branding and actually much more about why people buy. So let's dive right in. So the first thing that I want to discuss in this question of should you use your personal name? Well, it actually does depend a lot on what you're selling. Personal branding is especially important for experts like a coach, a consultant, some type of a thought leader, professional speaker, right? Somebody who does training, an author. It becomes especially important if you're selling your expertise and you want to position yourselves as that authority in your space. That's when you really need to focus on personal branding. You can't build that type of business very successfully without personal branding. But if you have a brick and mortar business or maybe a physical product that you sell, then personal branding isn't as critical. Okay, so for the rest of this episode, I'm going to be speaking specifically to expert businesses or thought leaders, right? People who have subject matter and they have expertise and they want to be seen as the go-to authority for that topic. You've got to use your personal name if you want to take advantage of one of the most amazing marketing opportunities that exist. Everyone else has to do paid advertising, and paid advertising is so ineffective because it interrupts people. So let me explain it this way. You've got step 1, build a relationship of trust, and step 2, promote, right? Your promotional material. And what most people do with paid ads is you create an amazing promotional video, but then you interrupt people. So a banner appears or a video appears or a commercial plays before whatever you're watching, right? So you're interrupting them, you're annoying them, and they immediately put up their defenses. They think, oh, this is an advertisement. Oh, I'm being sold to, or what are they going to be selling me, right? So they put up their defenses. They're automatically skeptical, and that's how they're framed when they watch your amazing promo video. So even if it works and you generate leads that way, when you have conversations with these people, they're still defensive. They still have their guard up, and you have to do a lot to overcome their objections. You have to convince them of your credentials and your credibility, and you have to work to build trust. So building a relationship comes after, that trust comes after, because you interrupt them, you show them your promotional material, and then you have to build trust. And it's so backwards, and that's why it doesn't work very well. The quality of leads that come in are so drastically different. You could have a referral over here and a paid ad lead over here. They're like on opposite ends of the spectrum as far as quality of leads. We want more referrals. They're just not scalable, so we turn to ads. Well, is there a better option? Is there a way that we can build a relationship first? And the answer is absolutely. That's how I do things, right? Let me explain it this way, and then we'll come back to the name of your YouTube channel, okay? So there are people right now online asking questions that you have the perfect answer for. So if you make a video that just answers their question, and they can find your video, and I'm going to teach you how to do that part. But let's just assume they find your video doing that search. So they type in a real specific question, your video pops up, and instead of you jumping into promotion, you're not talking about yourself or your company or anything. You're not giving any credentials. You're just answering their question. They're going to click on that video, and their defenses don't go up. They don't feel like they're being sold to because they searched for this and you're giving them what they want. So we build a relationship first. When they get to the end of this educational video, we don't go into promotion mode yet. We save that for our website, right? So they get to the end of the video and you say, now that you understand the answer to your question, I have a free resource that's going to help you implement this. Here's a link. You can go and get that free resource. So they click that link or go to that page. Now they're on your website where they expect to see your promotional material. And guess what? They're curious. They already trust you because you built a relationship first. Now they're wanting to see your promotional material because they're curious, and they don't put up their defenses. They trust the person behind this promotion already, and now they're watching out of curiosity. And so when you have a conversation with a person that you've already built this relationship of trust with, it's as if you're having a conversation with a referral. So I call them referral quality leads. So when you think about it that way, and you're wondering, what should the name of my YouTube channel be? Yeah, it should be your personal name. You don't want it to sound corporate. You don't want it to sound like a product or a service. You want it to be your personal name because you don't want to put up their defenses right in the beginning. When these people have never heard of you before, you want to find them where they're at. They're seeking an answer, and you just give them that answer so that you can build that relationship of trust and they can get to know you by name. You don't even have to tell them your name because that's the name of your YouTube channel. And just by watching your videos, they'll come to know your name. Okay, so hopefully you have a better idea about the use of your personal name. And I want to share other parts of building trust before you do any of the promotion. And how do you make that transition? So I'm going to link to another video right there. It's called What is Thought Leadership? I'm going to show you what separates a true thought leader from someone who's simply well known. I'm also going to show you how category ownership works and how you can position yourself so that when your dream clients are searching on Google, on YouTube, or on ChatGPT, that they're constantly finding you at the top. So go watch that video next, and I'll see you there.